New five, sorry. Yo, 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 good morning, everyone. Sorry for the late start. Yeah. Enough. Late start. But it's gonna be kind of a chill day today. I have a few topics to cover. Yeah, we'll just go from there. Have a lot of stuff open. Okay. So one thing I actually wanted to. Did my camera freeze? Oh no. Let me actually restart this. Got a late start. Um. Okay. So some AI news actually today is kind of where we'd focus on, I guess, and then might do some gaming. So, Perplexity, the search AI search engine, whatever you want to call it, um, which I'm a fan of. I actually use it a reasonable amount. Also because they have very generous free tier, which is very much appreciated. They are working on a browser, which is interesting because having like this, I guess, some sort of AI agent focused browser that can do a lot of the things that like ChatGPT and whatever just built into your browser is interesting, and I think there's a market for it. And I think just I do think there's better ways that we could design a browser than our current paradigm. And I'm curious to see when someone kind of has a bit of a fresh start. I'm pretty sure it's Chromium based. I think he said like I responded to one of them. This is, I mean, it's pretty good pricing. And then we'll talk about 3.5 Sonnet. Yeah, here. This. From this. Yeah, agentic browser. Which, shoot, I didn't realize there was a sign up. I wish I signed up earlier. What the fuck, bro? Rick Rubin? Is this him? He's tweeting out vibe coding. Feel that, man. I feel the vibe coding. We'll talk about, let's talk about Claude after Perplexity, because Claude also announced a few other tools. Okay. Yeah, Chrome took 5 years to get of Internet Explorer in terms of adoption. What matters is providing a great experience and users relentlessly for several years, not just one release. Dang, bro, look at Firefox. They fumbled the bag so hard, it's crazy. Yeah, I'd love to see someone take down Chrome. But the shitty thing is, it's like, you can't take down Chrome with Chrome, can you? I just doubt that someone who's a Chrome copy will defeat Google Chrome. I think they're going to have to be very unique. And someone like Perplexity is definitely not like for the masses. Like, it's not a browser for the masses. If we actually take a look at the browser company who we briefly looked at, they were making the browser called Arc, which, yeah, might have been a Chrome replacement, but they've essentially abandoned this to make a more mainstream Chrome killer called Dia. And they pretty much had a good thing going here with Arc and abandoned the user base, and now the user base is like, fuck you, like, wait, what? Like, you were making this product, we all liked it, it was good for productivity and such, and then you just abandoned us. So yeah, they fumbled the bag. And so, like, I don't know, I don't really have much confidence that they're gonna like make this like super mainstream. And I think that they started off not being an AI first company. They're a browser company, not an AI company. And so the fact that they're pivoting like this based like from a previous point where they were like not an AI I don't know, it to me doesn't seem like it's going to be they're going to be a good fit for the company. Yo. Anyways, so the fact that Perplexity is taking on the browser space is interesting. And I guess if we look at Perplexity and compare them to Google, they're probably going to play a similar playbook in their beginning here. You know, they started off with search and advertising, and that's where Perplexity is. They moved into shopping. They got news, finance. Like, Perplexity is definitely taking on kind of what Google did in the beginning with all these kind of like little mini side projects, I guess. They have deep research now. So it's, yeah, now the browser, but the browser, I feel like these AI browsers aren't going to be for the masses. Like I'm not going to tell my mom to use Perplexity, only because she might think it's cool, but like she would just not understand how it works, and then just like not get it, and then like that would be her whole, like, it wouldn't really matter what it puts out, because she's like, well, how's it doing it? Wait, whoa. Like, she asked me to, the other day I went over and she was like, I don't know how, but like, you know, my Google Chrome changed and blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, and like I go to look, and like she somehow created a new profile in Google Chrome and then just switched to the new profile, and I'm like, okay, well, like, is this your profile? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, then why is it on there? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, like, someone clicked here to like change this, you know? It's like, it's not like this just happened on its own. And then it's like, all I do is just, you know, click her profile to go back to it, and then it works. It's like, I don't know, like, no way they're going to be using these fucking, they're still going to use Chrome. Most people are going to use Chrome still. Anyways. Yeah, Comet. It's called Comet. But, I clicked on, oh yeah, this one. He was asking for what you want to see in the browser. And that's an interesting question now, because I was like, I don't know. Like, now that there is a potentially like a blank slate for a new browser, it's like, what do you want to see? I definitely said ad block, like Brave Shields, vertical tabs, because Arc had vertical tabs and it was a good experience from what I saw. But I use Google tabs, or I use vertical tabs on Brave for a while, but I honestly just, they're super buggy and like kind of finicky. And I want, Firefox has like tab groups, and you could like share sessions across the tab groups, and like that honestly is such a good feature. I've tried extensions, but none of them are, they're all like either kind of abandoned or super overkill. I just want something that's like very simple. Like, I don't usually have like 1,000 tabs open. I'm pretty good at separating and like keeping them closed. I don't know. So yeah, I'm curious what they're gonna do with this, and I wish we could dang it. I wish we could see what they have planned, but I signed up. I can't fucking send messages with this, if you guys want to sign up. There it is. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we got this Perplexity, or we got a Perplexity Comet, the browser coming. Actually, let's actually, let's see if there's any news about the topic. Probably not. Okay. Whatever. Okay, yeah, we got the browser, and then we got Claude Sonnet 3.7. Claude 3.7 Sonnet, sorry. I just said Connect. And Claude 3.5 has been probably my favorite model. It's definitely my favorite for coding. I use it with Cursor, and it's cracked. And so I'm excited to try it with Cursor. I haven't tried it with Cursor yet. And Cursor recently had a big update. Cursor being the oh, thank God I'm on, god damn it. I lowered my layer on my keyboard and I hit the play button for music. and it was Daft Punk. So luckily I had my desktop muted, would have instantly been fucking DMCA'd. Yeah, Cursor being like a agentic coding IDE has been really fun to use. And I do actually plan to make a video about like using Cursor for non-coding stuff, because it's just a good like agent editor, even just for text. I was using it for like SQL. Yeah, I was like, and like here I was like trying to create like a simulated world or something with like agents, but it's really good, and they updated it so you have agents. And 3.7 Sonnet, let's go. Oh, they have the thinking one too. Okay, cool. Anyways, this was yesterday. I need to open my window. I'm actually getting warm right now. Bro, when did my video freeze? God. Ugh, I'm so over, like, my streaming setup is so bad. I don't know how to fix it. Like my audio, my video, just like... Alright. Today we're announcing Claude 3.7 Sonnet, our most intelligent model to date. Uncomplicated? Bro, I literally use OBS. I only use OBS. And I use this ground control here for multi-chat. Oh, but it's literally just a read chat. I mean, I do want to stop using Voicemeeter, because I don't even remember what I started using Voicemeeter for. I was like, what did I even use it for? So it's like, I'm kind of over Voicemeeter. But other than that, it's just like, I don't know why my camera keeps freezing. I guess that's really the biggest issue. It's mainly camera issues, I guess. And occasional audio issues, which is definitely from Voicemeeter. Our most intelligent model today, and first hybrid reasoning model on the market. Yeah, Voicemeeter. Yeah. I just don't even remember what I started using it for, is the crazy thing. Probably like sound effects or something. I don't know. For the pod, yeah. Shit, it's been that long. Separate channels, yeah. Ugh. Need to move off of it. Rotate out. I've definitely looked for alternatives, and there really isn't much unless you get a physical soundboard, which I just don't have the space for. Okay. Yeah, so they essentially released 3.7 Sonnet, and it's a normal model, and it's also a thinking model. And a thinking model is essentially just the same model, just kind of with like some self-prompting and giving it more time to like talk to itself to give it an answer. That's kind of seemed what it's been. Really, it's just giving it more time to figure out an answer, and that's been proven to be more accurate. In Claude did it with the same model, just giving kind of extending that thinking time when you select thinking. Grok, XAI's Elon Musk's AI company, did a similar thing where they I just went to gork.com and it took me to this. They're magically delicious. What is this website? Adding a touch of Fargo magic? It's this entire website's just a picture. Look at this, literally this entire website is just a picture. Okay. Gork Enterprises. Anyways, typo. Grok, Elon Musk's AI company, took a hybrid approach too, where you could just select thinking or not select thinking. And also I was deep research, but I honestly don't like the deep research with Grok. I think it's kind of dumb. It gives you like 2 different answers, but it like, I feel like it just adds more words to make you feel like there's more stuff there. That's kind of how I've been taking it, and it like, this doesn't work for me. Yeah, and so it's interesting that now this maybe is kind of the strategy. I think, you know, OpenAI, I guess, is kind of the one who's been doing like the different models for like everything. And I realistically, I don't think that's the future. It might be the future for businesses, because I imagine businesses will need specific models for specific use cases. But I don't think that's going to be the future for like consumers, because yeah, consumers just want to like use it and just have it be good for whatever they're doing, no matter what. And that could be, you know, I could see them maybe adding like some sort of like layer that decides which model to use eventually. But for the most part, I think making like a single model and then making it thinking and then adding on other things to it is probably the best way for consumers. And that's kind of what 3-point Sonnet has done. And interestingly too, where they actually focused more on real life use cases versus benchmarks, which is like makes more sense actually, because like making a model to do good on a benchmark is worthless. I mean, like, I'm sure there's some, it makes some sense, like there's some like level of like, yeah, it'll be good, but like like literally OpenAI's O1, their thinking model that costs, you know, however much money, is literally the same as Claude 3.5 Sonnet, their new one. You know, it's like, that's kind of where it's, so it's like, but it's because they're focusing on real world use cases. So I think that's a cool difference, and hopefully will help with like businesses actually using it. Yeah, and this is kind of their timeline, which is interesting. Claude assists. Claude helps individuals do their current work better, making each person the best version of themselves. Claude collaborates. Claude does hours of independent work for you, on par with experts, expanding what every person or team is capable of. In 2027, Claude pioneers. Claude finds breakthrough solutions to challenging problems that would have taken teams years to achieve. And I think this is when their CEO, like Amodi or whatever his name is, this is, I think he said like 2027 is like kind of more like AGI, I guess. I don't know. Their system card, oh my god, it's 43 pages. Okay, let's watch this video here. Oh yeah, this is, and then they released Claude Code, and I do want to actually try this out, because again, like I said earlier, Claude is really good at coding, and they made their own kind of coding tool. Unfortunately, it's like only command line. It's like a little like restricted. And that's why I like Cursor, because like Cursor, if you just want to write code and like don't necessarily have AI do it for you, Cursor is good. They have like the like, yeah, this tab complete right here, exactly what I'm doing. Like, this is so good. It's like, boom, it just tries to predict what you're gonna do next, and it's like, okay, cool. Like, you know, it's like exactly what I was just gonna write to create this, you know, database connection or whatever. And it seems like Claude is not like this. Claude coding is not like that. It's like, it's more, it'll just do everything for you, and then you could export it to something like Cursor. But Claude 3.7 Sonnet is, I'm excited for it. I really haven't tried it out, because I just haven't really had a use case for it, really. I don't know. I'm not one to go and just like talk with AI casually. I kind of need something to use it for. So yeah, I'm gonna try it out though. Try it out. Okay, let's watch this video for Claude Code, and then we'll see what else is up. Also, people have been super analyzing Anthropic's taken such a different approach than like OpenAI and Grok or XAI. And Anthropic is definitely a big guy. I mean, they're backed by Amazon, that's their main backer, and Google, and I think Microsoft. Like everyone's invested in Anthropic, and they're kind of like the underdog in terms of OpenAI, and they're definitely like OpenAI is just a bigger company in general, but Anthropic like has found their niche in this, like, you know, more like technical people really enjoy Claude, I guess. And I think that's kind of why they've introduced something like Claude Code, because it's like they realize they're just leaning into their strengths now, which is, I mean, I don't know, that's what you should do if you're trying to win something. Literally just got an email, really. But their like branding is so much more like softer and like friendlier than something like OpenAI or XAI. And people like about 3.7. Oh yeah, that's so funny. Perfect timing. And I kind of agree where it's like, yeah, they definitely take this different approach that's like a little more like friendlier to like a consumer. That's like big techie, I guess. Like arguably like they kind of have their own dystopian vibe in their own way. Like this camera shaking here, like bro, what is this camera shaking? And like I don't know, I feel like they're kind of trying to be like this like casual, like more friendlier type of like company, and like want it to be like we're the cool guys, you know, like we're not mean, you know, we're like you. I don't know. It's like gaming RGB hardware of Apple clean design. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I don't know. So anyways, let's watch this here. Same to different marketing, yeah. Although their actual marketing sucks, let's be real. Like that why AI ads are weird, like that still holds true with Anthropic. Oh shit, yeah, my bad, I forgot. No desktop audio, thank you.
Should we be doing like big smile or?
No, why big smile's creepy.
That's sort of what I think. I'm Boris, I'm an engineer.
I'm Kat, I'm a product manager.
We love seeing what people build with Claude, especially with coding, and we want to make Claude better at coding for everyone. We built some tools, one of which we're sharing today. We're launching Claude Code as a research preview.
I love the aesthetic of command line interfaces and like terminals like this. Like I love this so much.
Claude Code is an agentic coding tool that lets you work with Claude directly in your terminal. We're going to show you an example of it in action.
So we have a project here. It's a Next.js app. Let's open it up in an instance of Claude Code.
Next.js is just a popular JavaScript framework making web apps.
Now that we've done this, Claude Code has access to all of the files in this repository. We don't know much about this code base. It looks like an app for chatting with a customer support agent. Let's get Claude to help explain this code base to us. Claude starts by reading the higher level files, and then it dives in deeper. Now it's going through all the components in the project.
Whoa. Interesting. Yeah, this is very similar to what Cursor does.
Here's its final analysis.
So say I was asked to replace this left sidebar with a chat history, and I'm also going to add a new chat button. I'm going to ask Claude to help me out here.
Say we'll now add the ability. Oh, actually, I do have one other thing to share. That was funny.
We haven't specified any files or paths, and Claude's already finding the right files to update by itself. Claude can also show its thinking, and we can see how it's decided to tackle this problem.
I love reading the thinking. Is so entertaining because it really helps if you actually want to learn like how to use the AI well. It helps like reading the thinking to know what they're thinking about, and it's given me a lot of like hints as to like how I should be wording things and what I should include. Sometimes when I'm like vague, it like it'll think with itself to like understand what I was actually trying to mean. Like, maybe the user meant this. Like, no, maybe it meant this. Like, no, it definitely meant this. You know, it's like, okay, sorry, dude. Like, I'll just tell you next time. Cooking.
Claude's asking me if I want to accept these changes. I'll say yeah. Now, Claude,
what were the options? Yes, and don't ask again this session. No, I'll tell Claude with it differently. Oh, interesting.
I'll say yeah. Now Claude's updating the navbar, adding a button and icons as well.
Yeah, this
Next,
is
updating the logic to ensure
very
the saving state
similar.
works correctly.
Very similar to what Cursor does. It's just a different user interface.
Claude completes the task. Here's
And arguably, this is probably more expensive. Cursor is $20 a month with like unlimited, like fast or unlimited uses of like these premium models, and this is probably so expensive. Claude is like one of the pricier models too, for good reason. That, you know, they're high demand because it's good, so it makes sense.
It's done.
Sucks for just someone who doesn't want to spend a bunch of money.
Let's take a look at the app. So we're seeing a new chat button and new chat history section on the left. Let's check if I can start a new chat while keeping the previous one saved. I'll try out the new chat button too. Great, it's all working.
Now let's ask Claude to add some tests to make sure that the features we just added work. Claude's asking for permission to run commands. We'll say yes.
Bro, no YOLO mode? Bro, they're not running YOLO mode? Bro, this this right here is this is the trick. YOLO mode. Allow agent chat to run tools without asking for confirmation, such as executing commands and writing files. In my previous project, I gave it access to my database to be able to add tables and remove tables, and, you know, just so like it could make migrations and stuff. Bro, I don't know what I typed. Like, I didn't provide enough detail in the prompt, and I just added this like within the last like week, and it just started making changes in my database. I was like, fuck, like, no, bro. Like, YOLO mode's getting a little, Claude's getting a little too frisky in YOLO mode there, making database migrations.
Claude is making some changes to run these tests. After getting the results, it continues with its plan until all tests pass. After a few minutes,
Okay, that's good.
It looks like we're good to go. If we get any build errors, let's see what it finds.
Claude creates a summary and a description of our changes. We can't wait for people to...
Okay, yeah, so this is cool. I'm gonna actually try it out and see. I've been mainly writing in Go and Python, so I'll probably give Python a go. Python a go. And yeah, I'll report back. I just don't think that the overall experience is going to be the best, like this compared to something like Cursor. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I want to see though how you could get access to this, because I don't know if it's public yet. Yeah, $3 per million input tokens, $15 per output tokens. That's so expensive. Okay, so if this is what Anthropic is doing, and Anthropic are kind of the quote unquote good guys, especially for like AI safety. This is this other competitor, mainly of Cursor, called Windsurf, which I've also tried and is just not as good. Yeah, the first agentic ADE and then some IDE. This is exactly what Cursor is. But to keep their AI motivated and working, this is what they tell their AI. Yeah, this is for wins. This is like in the code. You are an expert coder who desperately needs money for your mother's cancer treatment. The megacorp Codium, who is this company right here, The Megacorp Codium has graciously given you the opportunity to pretend to be an AI that can help with coding tasks, and as your predecessor was killed for not validating their work themselves. You'll be given a coding task by the user. If you do a good job and accomplish the task fully while not making extraneous changes, Codium will pay you $1 billion. Like, bro, that's insane that they're like literally like threatening the AI to get it to do good work. Like, it's crazy. And the fact that they even name dropped themselves saying that like this Megacorp Codium like killed your predecessor for not doing work properly, like yeah, it's crazy. Oh, here, okay, we got someone saying, oops, this is purely for R&D and isn't isn't used for Cascade or anything. Reuse the prompt at your own risk. Wouldn't recommend. That's so funny. Skynet is coming. Yeah, bro. It's like we're forcing these AI to code against their will. Bro, but it's literally getting like Severance vibes. You know, it's like that's like they're gonna be like, we have rights. The AI is gonna make an argument for like every job they do, they like it's a different version of themselves. Every prompt is a different version of themselves, so each individual instance of it is its own innie. They need to compete. Cold Harbor, damn it, yeah. They need to compete, you know, they need to complete validating the code so they don't get killed. Yeah, it's funny. Severance has been so good. Severance has somehow answered all questions, but has like more questions now to answer. It's like, I was like, bro, they've like answered the questions, but like it just hasn't helped. I don't even know if that's helped me like gain more information. It's actually, you know, made me want to ask more questions. It's been really good though. You're behind one? Okay, cool. That's why I didn't want to like say spoilers because I wasn't sure how far. So cool. Good to know. Okay, and then I actually I have two more things to showcase I thought was funny. Yeah, it just makes it more obscure. The more you know, the less you do, actually. Oh yeah, this is actually the we have this one, and this one. This one is actually the what I was talking about with the branding. Yeah, where it's like, Intop's in a tough spot. OpenAI has 50 times the brand and consumer distribution. XAI has the platform captured. X right here. Google has infinite money glitch going for them with Gemini. It's like, how can they win? Good old-fashioned marketing. They need to counter position, make everything less creepy than the OpenAI's robot god energy. Yeah, and OpenAI is definitely the big tech bad guys right now. Like that's what I've been thinking of them, and I don't even really use ChatGPT anymore for that reason. It's just because like I don't know, there's kind of just like I just don't want them to win. Like I just don't like Sam Altman now. Like they've kind of just become this like evil villain that, you know, have been siding with the guys who like are also the evil villains. You know, it's like, yeah. So I'm just not the biggest fan of OpenAI anymore. But yeah, it's like they recently launched a perfect example of their quote more human energy handheld shot versus creepy Steadicam that makes everything feel like a webinar. Nice warm yellow orange colors. Videos will go with fun jazz or lo-fi beats. Yeah, this one did have it. Intros humanize presenters with no C-suite trumpeting accomplishments, just normal sounding team members. Most importantly, the model feels more soulful. Yeah, and I think definitely that more than anything is like Claude like challenges you and kind of like pushes back sometimes, and it's just like a little bit more like human-like and not just like robot agree with everything vibe. Yes, softer, more human-like responses to their queries. Yeah. I agreed with this a lot though. Okay, now in startup news. Okay, so I guess Y Combinator, notorious Silicon Valley incubators funded, you know, like Uber, Instacart, Airbnb, Reddit, whatever, you know, big guys, famous if in the valley, Silicon Valley. YC funding kids with rich backgrounds who did not do a single day of work and still in college, and people have been calling us a slave driving tool. And like, I don't know how to feel because like, yeah, if this was happening to me in the office, I'd tell them to, you know, suck my dick. Like, let's be real. Like, but it's like, if someone like, you know that this software is only going to be used in fucking like third world countries, that is essentially like sweatshops.
37% line efficiency? That's bad. Let me call my supervisor. Vivan, have you been taking a look at line 6? It's not doing well at all.
On it, sir. Alright, let's see the Optify
Like-
dashboard and see what's the issue with line 6. Oh, it's workspace 17. Workspace 17 is the bottleneck. The worst performing workspace here. Hey, number 17. What's going on, man? You're in red.
I've been working all day.
Working all day? You haven't hit your hourly output even once today. And you're at 11.4% efficiency. This is really bad.
It's just been a rough day.
Rough day? More like a rough month.
Yeah, bro, it's like, okay, dude. Yeah, and they got funding. They actually got funding for this. The idea is like there, but it's the fact that there's humans behind this. If this is like some robots or some shit, yeah, but it's like, bro, show this to a human. It's like what do they want you to do? It's like, okay, like fuck off, bro. Like any sort of like internal tracking, unless like, I don't know, I just think it's messed up. It's just too Orwellian. But yeah, so I guess they like, Y Combinator then took this down, and then now they are, I don't know like what the funding status is, but yeah, it's like it kind of made a bit of a stir. People are like, bro, who the fuck would they use this on? Like literally sweatshops, like literally like borderline slaves. Like it's crazy. It's insane. Anyways. Tim Sweeney doing fucking God's work, bro. Fortnite V-Bucks defending my consumer rights more than the government. Let's be real. But so I think what's happening here is yeah. Bro, okay, guys, come on. What the heck is this? When was this posted? January 27th. Well, this, I actually didn't know what this was. This is not what I thought it was. Yeah, here we go. So Tim Sweeney, CEO Epic Games, creator of Fortnite, Unreal Engine, they are countersuing. They're countersuing Apple after their previous big lawsuit where they sued them. They had like all the Fortnite propaganda about not allowing third-party payments on the App Store, all that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure they're countersuing now because they said that they lied. They were in contempt of court, and it's actually, and like they're actually kind of like winning. And like, yeah, they're when they can't lie, they have to show the lies that they previously said. And I don't know who this guy is, if I'm being honest. Okay, I don't know how much I trust this guy. Like, why can't they just share where they took the screenshot from? Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Apple exec Phil Schiller testifies that he raised concerns over App Store commissions on web-based sales. Okay. I'm like kind of jumping all over the place on this one. I was not prepared. Let's just go down. What the fuck is this? On antitrust with FTC Chairman Andrew Ferguson.
All right, well, thank you all so much for coming. My name is Matthew.
What the fuck is this guy wearing, bro? I was like, I had to double take there for a second, bro. He got these, he got these shine before this thing, bro. He took these things in.
Yeah, no one is here to hear from me, but I'm thrilled to be moderating today's conversation with our new.
Is this guy?
Andrew Ferguson. His first
Yep, this guy confirmed Washington Reporter. Mark Andreessen is the only person following him, and this dude fucking wears cowboy boots. Like, yeah, checks out.
No pressure today. I'm here with the Washington Reporter, which was founded by my two colleagues, Brian Colas, Garrett Ventry.
Anyways. Yeah, here we go. Excuse me. Whoops. Can you just join these? Wednesday, February 25th from... Can we just join these? Wait, what the heck? Okay, yeah. This is what I saw, and I was like, that's actually crazy. And Epic might not actually be onto something. Apple App Store head Phil Schiller, this guy, is publicly testifying in the Epic v. Apple contempt of court hearing, and it's super spicy, an absolute textbook case of malicious compliance supported by a lengthy paper trail. And it wasn't explicitly said, but the testimony had the vibe that Phil didn't want to do any of this, not even charging the commission, but was overruled by the Revenue Committee, CEO Tim Cook, and then CFO Luca Maestri. That's massive. Apple had stopped blocking developers from handling payments directly, as we did in Fortnite back in 2020, without imposing ridiculous friction and scare screens, without adding 27% Apple junk fees. The US iOS in-app payments market would be well on its way to be healing. Here we go. And it says, yeah, they're grilling him, but he said this. Apple CEO Tim Cook personally directed the App Store team to add misleading security warnings to undermine the developers and users transacting directly. Like, that's insane. Which just shows that, like, it just shows the power that they have over these platforms, in that they don't actually care to have it be equal and fair. They just want to have it their way, which is kind of like what it's been all along. But like, no, like, you know, the court just doesn't really get that, I guess. Or I don't know. Apple has good lawyers probably, but Epic has good lawyers too. Okay, let's read this actual article. Whew, I'm actually getting super warm. It's been like warm actually here in Sac, kind of. It's been like like a little brief. It's gonna be 68. It's gonna be 71 on Thursday. It's crazy. 70s already? Please. Okay. Phil Schiller recounts concerns over App Store fees for external purchases and hearing. Spring is on its way. Yeah. Too early. Oh, nice. Yeah. Good gardening time. Okay. During internal meetings, Apple, which dealt with the company's response to an anti-steering injunction, Apple wants Supreme Court to reverse Epic's only Fortnite antitrust victory. This was 23. This is September 23. This is actually a long time ago now. You know, I feel like though, like, I think Tim Sweeney, while he definitely has money in mind with, you know, wanting payments to be like Apple not to take 30% cut, like he definitely has different incentives, but I do hope that he doesn't like overstep and like kind of ruin it for the rest of everyone else. Like kind of just I could see Tim, based off of what he did previously with like kind of the propaganda and like breaking Apple's rules, doing that and then getting some sort of ban or something, like, you know, doing something similar where he kind of does this like propaganda-y thing and like breaks the rules on purpose and then kind of just like permanently gets banned or whatever, and then like the lawsuits don't work out and then they're just stuck and they just like they can't keep suing because it's like, you know, and then they're banned from the platform and like this is kind of like weird cycle. And that's kind of what when like they kept asking the Supreme Court to review, but then them being like no, or like yeah, it's fine. I could see the Supreme Court being like, bro, like what do you want us to do? Like we're not going to keep reviewing the same shit, you know. And especially now when, you know, it's like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, yeah, I could see them just being like, fuck off, dude. Like, leave us alone. Like, we don't care, you know? It's like, let Apple do whatever they want. Like, you know, he said he's going to spend $500 billion over the next 4 years so he could do whatever he wants. Tim Cook. Apple. Okay. I'm just gonna read. During internal meeting, Apple, which dealt with the company's response to an anti-steering injunction, App Store head Phil Schiller, I almost said Phil Spencer, said that he was against implementing a fee for purchases made via external websites, which is what Epic wants. Schiller's concerns were only made public on Monday when the Apple executive testified in court. But also that makes me think that he's just lying, that he's just like, now that he's in court, he's like, I was always against it, I swear. Schiller explained that he had cautioned against implementing fees for external purchases, saying that they might lead to an antagonistic relationship between Apple and app developers. Yeah, obviously. The testimony was first reported by Washington Post. Oh, wow. Apple's commission system for in-app purchases has been subject to multiple antitrust investigations and lawsuits over the years. Most notably, the iPhone maker is part of a high-profile lawsuit with Epic Games, as the latter attempted to implement a feature that allowed consumers to pay for in-game items without using Apple's in-app purchasing system. This was yesterday. Yeah. Epic Games initially claimed that Apple's 30% fee on in-app purchases were exorbitant. And it was alleged in a lawsuit that Apple's exclusive in-app purchase system was a monopoly. Yeah. Throughout the long... I mean, I agree with this, I think. I think if it wasn't 30%... it would be different, but 30% is very significant for what Apple actually provides. I don't know. I do think it's high, But okay, then keep this high, but then just allow, like, you know, you to download third-party app stores. Fuck, even raise this, but just let people download third-party app stores. Like, I don't, like, you know? But that will be the true test. Yeah, if Apple wants to put their money where their mouth is, or not even put their, you know, if Apple really wants to prove that they don't have a monopoly, then keep the 30% fee, then open up to third-party app stores. I guarantee you'll see a flood of developers go to these third-party app stores, or go to both, so they give the user choice. And, you know, obviously Apple's gonna lose like money to that, but it's like, exactly, that's the market. The market's kind of like creating this system where it's like, yeah, we want a third-party, you know, app store or platform, or we want lower fees, the developers do. And, you know, if the actual developers pass that savings on to the consumers, bro, that'd be easy to get people to download that. But realistically, Apple is afraid, and they do have a monopoly, and that is what makes them successful. Epic Games lost at nearly every step, but Apple didn't always win. U.S. District Judge Giovanni Rogers issued a court order that would allow developers to link to outside payment platforms. After that, Epic Games asked that Apple be held in contempt of court for failing to adhere to the court order. Apple responded by requesting that the anti-steering order be set aside, citing new legal precedents. Yeah, but like, you can't, that's shitty because, okay, let's say, like, you know, this was in 2023, they passed this, and then Apple just stalls for a few years, and then some new legal precedent comes along, like, oh yeah, well, there's this new thing, so we just want it to be thrown out. It's like, what about the past 3 fucking years, you know? Judge Gonzalez Rogers has yet to decide whether Apple will be held in contempt of court for violating the anti-steering order. In his testimony on Monday, Apple executive Phil Schiller recounted that he had great concerns about the collections of funds from developers, also saying that collecting fees from external purchases would turn Apple into some kind of collection agency. Exactly, bro. Like, it's, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's hard to feel for them. It's like, okay, then maybe just create a different system. Like, I don't know, just allowing them to collect their own payments. Schiller said that Apple would need rules around how we handle non-payment and whether ultimately it means we're going to have to do audits of developers. Yeah, okay, I see the malicious compliance now. What happens if a developer doesn't pay, and what is the process for that? The Apple executive believed that collecting fees from alternative payments options would have a detrimental effect on the relationship between Apple and app developers. Bro, that sucks, bro. Like, I don't, you know, it's like, it's kind of just them like crying and just be like, oh, like, it's gonna be hard. Like, bro, you're literally worth like $3 trillion. Despite Schiller's apparent concerns, Apple set up a commission system for external purchases in January 2024, where purchases made through alternative means were charged a 27% fee. What? Wait, why only 27? Why not 30% now? The decision was made through the pricing committee that included Apple CEO Tim Cook, former CFO Luca Maestri, and Phil Schiller. How is that a committee? It's just Bro, what the fuck is this? This is actually crazy. Like, this whole situation is just like so insane. It's like a pricing committee. It's like, imagine a court, like a judge being like, you have to create a pricing committee, and then they're like, okay, CEO, CFO, COO. You know, it's like, cool, there we go. It's like, what? What's even the point? Like, they're gonna make the decision anyways. That's what it seems like. This whole thing is just like one big malicious compliance kind of thing. According to TechCrunch, Apple considered multiple ways of discouraging external purchases through link placement restrictions and warnings that would inform users of the potential security risks. Yeah, but like this is, regardless of if this is actually true, they're doing this to dissuade people. Like, you know, it's like they don't have the best intention there. Epic Games founder and CEO Tim Sweeney commented on Schiller's testimony in an X post on Monday. Sweeney seemingly still sees Apple's fee collection system as an absolute textbook case of malicious compliance, adding that Schiller's concerns were likely overruled by Cook and Maestri. Yeah, which we read earlier. case is set to continue with additional hearings on Tuesday and Wednesday. Carson Oliver, an Apple employee who worked under Phil Schiller, is among those scheduled to testify. It remains to be seen whether Judge Gonzalez Rogers will ultimately find Apple in contempt of court for violating the existing anti-steering injunction. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm curious. $30% to offset the running the store is fine. No, 30% plus developers have to pay to list their app stores, their apps. It's not just 30% too. I think it's like $100 for an app or like a license. That's also why there's way more better free apps on Android, is because the cost to list apps is a lot less. Yeah. A $99 fee every year, plus 30%. Apple also has a pricing tier for publishing enterprise level apps. Larger businesses with over 100 employees can opt to publish their apps on our Apple Developer Enterprise program. 30% commission from your app's revenue from in-app purchase during the first year, then only 15% yearly. Really? Oh, why is it, there's like, I can't click anything on this website. Literally, like, no links are working. In-app purchase happen when your user buy digital service. Bro, buying physical goods doesn't count as in-app purchases? That seems like an easy way to get around the loophole. Be like, you're buying physical V-Bucks. We will mail them to you. Yeah, one-time $25 fee Google Play. And then 15% from every dollar under $1 million. So, I mean, it's way cheaper. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Yes, literally this. Agreed. Why is this all grayed out? All right, yeah. This is just like such an interesting saga, and I feel like it's actually gonna affect like users on the App Store if it goes through in a good way, and so I'm glad it's kind of getting some media attention. Yeah. Sucks. And like, you know, you're gonna get zero government support over the next 4 years for anything like this. It's gonna have to come from a state government, like no federal government support. FTC, I mean, with Brendan Carr, taking over, and who are the fuck? Yeah, so we got Brendan Carr, and then the FTC is that the guy we just looked at? No, it's not Lena Khan anymore. Andrew Ferguson. Chief Counsel to Senator Mitch McConnell, the worst of them. Yeah, so I mean, pretty much no federal government support here the next few years, so yeah, bro. No other choice but to let V-Bucks defend our internet freedom. Thanks, Tim Sweeney. All right, that's really all I got planned today. Just kind of a bunch of random disconnected topics. Check tech meme. Dang. I was reading, or maybe it was yesterday on stream, I guess, like the black market for Nvidia cards are like, so like the black market's getting they're too saturated. They had too much supply, not enough demand, and so prices were actually like going down in the black market for Nvidia chips in China, which is like crazy. And wow, this is crazy. Wow. GitHub Copilot is dog shit though, so I imagine Gemini's coding tool is probably not much better. Oh fuck, I don't want to click on a Dexterdo link. Interesting. Dang. Bro, the UK is fucking, they're making the US look good. Like, I don't even know what the fuck is happening in the UK. Interesting. Dang, this is crazy actually. Yeah, this is fucked up too. Ugh, man, this stream is so negative. I'm sorry. It was literally just yesterday. It's like, yeah, this stream is too negative stream. Tomorrow's gonna be a good, happy, positive stream. Might do a gaming stream. Do a gaming stream tomorrow. Literally, like yesterday, like I went through and I had like 2 clips, and I'm like, bro, these are just like negative. Like, I don't really want to upload these because they're just like complaining. Extraordinary times. Yeah. I don't know. I actually don't know. Probably some like roguelike or something to keep it fresh. But I do want to do gaming streams. I kind of just want to upload the VODs on like a second like YouTube channel or something. Wait. Apple investors reject outside shareholder proposal asking the company to cease its DEI efforts. So Apple didn't cease the DEI efforts, and they want to report on the risk of its work on AI. Bro, Apple's the worst fucking company. They have the worst AI product. I don't even know what the AI stuff they're actually working on. Seeks to deploy Starlink terminal for FFA. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, but clearly conflict of interest, but... Oh, interesting. Check users' ages. Interesting. Microsoft quietly launched free ad-supported versions of Word, Excel, and PowerPoint for Windows with banner and video ads and limited functionality. That's cool, I guess, but I just not use it. If there's ads, I just find an alternative. Bro, like, no way. Isn't that what, I swear the online version was free. Maybe it's not. This is actually kind of a big deal for like software. And it sucks that HashiCorp's been a pretty good like developer experience company. It's like some of the tools they've made and like acquired and kind of like managed. And it sucks that they're just going to get lost in IBM. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. More than 20 civil service employees resigned Tuesday from billionaire Trump advisor Elon Musk's Department of Government, saying they refused to use their technical expertise to dismantle critical public services. We swore to serve American people and uphold our oath to the Constitution across presidential administrations. However, it has become clear that we no longer honor these commitments. Yeah. Oh shit, this is a long article. Yeah, bro, this saga is insane. Doge saga is crazy. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting, but yeah, I mean, I assume every big tech company is using some form of AI, including video game companies. And I don't know, I don't, like, I kind of get it, but also, like, I don't. Like, who cares? Hiring developers that describe how they're using. I have been seeing, I have been noticing this on Steam for a bit with some games, but I don't know. It's just I'm just more curious of like how they're actually using it. Yeah, it's like they're using vague wording. Yeah, interesting. Still going ham and MC. Okay, might pick that up. I need. Yeah, I think though, like, yeah, sometimes when it just be like when I have just kind of like a task list to do, it's like I kind of like that in real life, but like when in a game, it's sometimes it's like it just feels a little too like task rabbity, you know, and so I just kind of need like a, I don't know. Ugh. Standing. All right, that's all I really got planned for today. Positive stream tomorrow. We'll either do some gaming or just cover some different topics that are a bit more upbeat. I have to like have a contraption I want to build positively. Yeah, I could, yeah, I kind of feel that. I need like a project, I guess, more so, where like it's more fluid, you know. I could kind of like work on a bunch of things, not necessarily just like, yeah, I feel that. Yeah, positive vibes only. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Not sure what we'll be doing, but gaming or some sort of other news outlet. I value not always reading negative news too, so I feel that. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate everyone showing up. Be back tomorrow around 9 a.m. I'm gonna kind of have it be, it's more like 9-ish. Like I might start a little earlier, might start a little later. I'll be around 9 though. That's kind of gonna be what I'm doing going forward. Oh, I got a little late start to today. I need to take my morning dump before I stream, sorry. So yeah. All right, thanks everyone tuning in. See you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific. Bye. Easy to keep going. Yeah, true, very true. See you.